Well, hello. It is the last Wednesday of April. It's April 26th. For you, it may not be anything special. It's my husband's birthday, so it's a special day for me. Whew. And I am here, Jane Shaw, if you haven't met me before, with our Lunch with a Magician series. Um, I try to do this in the noon hour. It doesn't always happen. I had another event at noon today and then a couple of other things that needed to happen. And so it's close to the noon hour. It's the noon hour Mountain Standard Time. So we may have to adjust that. I thought about adjusting the title as well, but we'll see. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about what to do when you don't want to do it. I I did have some conflicts in of time today, this Wednesday, to be here live with you. But I think I also had an issue of I didn't want to do it because I didn't know. I always when I do these videos, I want to talk to you about something that's meaningful and important and like is gives you tremendous value and lifts you up and makes you feel good and feel joyful and gives some insight or somehow just shifts something for you. It just brings you beauty, right? So that is always my intention and my goal. And I just kept drawing a blank about what to talk about, which is unusual because this girl can talk. I've been getting in trouble for talking and running my mouth for many, many years since I was at least 7 years old. I think that second grade was the first time I really got into trouble with it. Um, but I think I got into trouble or was shh. Within the last year or two, for sure. So it's been going on 40 years, y'all. Um, but today I just had a blank and a lot of things on my mind, a lot of things I'm thinking through. I think I'm feeling a little off center because I would like to be celebrating my husband's birthday with him, but he's working out of state and so I'll talk to him, but that's about it. And I've got some changes going on in our family like situation things, just a lot of things in the air, right? And I feel off center. My to-do list is 5,000 miles long, even though I'm working on a new system where I just pick a few and get help with the others. And I'm tired. Are you tired? It's Wednesday. I'm tired. The sun went behind the clouds. So just that's a really long and rambling way of saying I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And so what I'm not feeling, it's really interesting, been observing and watching this process in me because I like to do things when I'm feeling it. And I'm also the kind of person who knows, right? Like I want to be here for you every Wednesday around noon because then you know when I'm here and you can find me and it's easy to connect and I'll remember to do it, right? So all these things that a structure helps put in place for us, right? So when we have structure, it gives us a form to pour ourselves into, our creativity into, and our ideas into. And what I've noticed about me is this when for some reason or other I'm not feeling it, I start to push against the form. I push against the authority. I push against the structure and I get mad and I get that maybe it wasn't right and people told me to do the wrong thing and I don't know what, right directly into childish mode. But it's a relief. Gosh, is it a relief to acknowledge and to notice and to observe these things coming up in me because it's helping me understand that when I feel this way, it's not that the situation is wrong, that people advised me incorrectly, that I was didn't hear my own guidance well. It's not that I'm on the right track. It's just that I'm feeling off. I'm feeling off. And so I sort of have these default patterns. We all do, right? Sometimes we're a victim. Sometimes we blame others. Sometimes we feel invisible. Sometimes we feel afraid. Sometimes we rebel against authority. I mean, it's just, right? The psychology is deep and wide, deep and wide. But the thing that I notice is there's really nothing to do other than, you can do the thing anyway and make the best of it. You can not do it. You cannot do it. You can just not do it and go do something that feels better. Or you can force yourself to do it and try to feel good. And I don't think that there is one right or wrong way to do it. I think that, we as humans, we're always building structures, we're building organizations, we're building systems, and then guess what? We are tearing them down and rebuilding them, tearing them down and rebuilding them, right? Making them better, making them stronger. As we grow, our systems need to grow and our structures need to grow. And the only way to really know is to try it out. Just try it out and see. This weekend I had a very similar experience. This is very funny that it's coming up for me now. My son, one of my children, really likes to garden. And so we have some garden and we needed to thin the seedlings. And we were both putting it off. And I had told him one day, I was like, I just got to be in the right mood because I got to be in the right mood to sit on the ground and patiently. By nature, I am not a patient and detailed person, but I can be in the right mood to do it. Um, and then he was not, normally he doesn't mind it, but he just was hating it. And so we were talking. I said, well, go. There's plenty of chores or jobs in the garden to do if you want to be out in the garden and do them. So find one that you kind of enjoy doing. And so for a while he went to dig thistles, and then it was just irritating him too. And I said, well, you can go do something else. You can plan the next stage of our garden. You can take a nap, whatever. Like find something that you enjoy doing. Do it if you enjoy doing it. And he was sort of half teasing me and half, and he was like, no, you've got to do it until the job is done. We're going to do the job because today is the day to do the job, and we're going to do the job until the day is done. And I was sort of laughing. And inside, I felt all this inner turmoil because I have both of those voices in my head, right? I have both of those voices in my head. And when I have inner turmoil, like, it comes down in here, right? It's just, ugh. And so after a while, I couldn't really resolve it. And he was sort of agitated, and, there we were, right? And so after a while, I was getting tired. I just was done. I just was done with the thinning. I was getting hungry. There were other things I wanted to do that day. And I had moved on and I wasn't doing as good a job. And I was telling myself, okay, well, I'll just get to the end of this row. I'll just finish this little section and then I'll feel complete and move on. And he came back and he was like, I was like, he said he was hungry. And I was like, I'm hungry too. And I'm getting tired of this eating. He's like, well, why are you still doing it? Go do what's fun. Go do what you enjoy. I was like, but I have to get the job done. So anyway, it's sort of a long rambling story, but I just wanted to share with you, like, it's a process, right? We're all figuring that part out. And I do believe, for the most part in your life, if you can, in my life, and what I try to do in my life, and what I try to teach my children and do in my life is feel as fun, as inspired, do as much as of what you want to do as you possibly can. And if you can't think of anything you want to do, well, just do the best you can. Sometimes go ahead and do the thing that's in your schedule and in your day book. What's going to make you feel better? Is it going to feel better to say, yes, I at least completed that commitment? I'm going to feel better, fulfilling my responsibility or doing what I said I did than I will if I just shirk it. Or on some days and in some ways, you may feel better. It may be that structure is like, right, stepping on your throat. It is oppressive and you cannot take it one more minute, and it is going to feel the worst thing in the world to honor that commitment. And in that time, honor yourself. Honor yourself. Take a nap. Don't do it. Don't show up. I do know one thing. If you don't get your energy aligned with the activity that you're about to take, you're not giving any value anyway. Right? And so what you got to do, so you don't want to do it. You've had this thing you said you're going to do. It's maybe in your calendar, it's on your Google calendar, it's in your paper calendar, it's someone's asked you, you've said yes, but you're getting that feeling in the pit of your stomach because you don't want to do it. Decide. Just decide. Decide, am I going to do it? Or am I not going to do it? One is not right, one is not wrong. But then line up with your decision. So if you, like today, I decided that even though I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about and I didn't know and I wasn't feeling the inspiration, I was like, you know what? I really have enjoyed being here on Wednesdays and sharing some things of value, and I want to keep trying to do that. and trying to give something to people that I hope is helpful to them. And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I feel good about it. And maybe I'll just share about the fact that I just didn't feel it. And I'm sure other people have felt that way too. And maybe together we will discover a new and more graceful way of loving ourselves through the bumpy times and the difficult times, right? So we can line up with it. Or, I could have said, hey, you know what? I'm trash today. I'm tired and I'm uninspired and I don't know what to. I can feel it like pulling me back down. Like the one lifts me up, the other pulls me down. I don't feel like doing. And in that case, line up with that decision. And I could have done a quick, short live or just posted something and let you know, like, hey, today's not going to work, and tomorrow will be better, or next week will be better. And then just line up with that, and then just do your thing and let it go. And it's really that simple. Just make your decision, do your thing, and let it go. All right. That is all that I wanted to talk to you about today. And that is what I'm practicing. That is what I'm practicing. I'm going to practice it for the next week. I'm going to make the decision, I'm going to do the thing, and let it go. Um, and so I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of love. I have a cat about to jump on my lap. Come on. He's 17 pounds, so when he jumps, you better watch out. Anyway, have a wonderful Wednesday, a wonderful rest of April, and I'm not sure if I'll be here next week. I'm traveling to San Diego for work, and if I can hop on, I will do a short live, or maybe I'll do a long one. I don't know, but it will probably be at a different time and maybe in a slightly different format. But I'll be back the following week. Love you, and take good care of yourselves.